do my chair, and I'm going to pull the chair a little more forward so you guys can see me a little bit better. Okay, here we go. And maybe should have put some shoes on because I'm on rocks today. I like changing my position around a little bit. It just keeps things a little bit new in terms of what you guys need to look at behind me. So we've got dogs running around too. Hopefully they'll stay out of our sight, right? Out of sight, out of mind. And just speaking about our mind and all those different places that we tend to take, bring that space and place back into inside of us, and right maybe here into our center of our being, into our heart space. And just placing both of our hands over our heart. Through our palms, we feel our pulse. That message to us that we are alive, that we are well. And our breath reminds us too of the effervescence, ever-changing world around us. Yet how that breath, that internal receiving of the breath, and that external releasing of our breath helps us to find less turmoil from the outside and more calm on the inside. So sit here for a few moments, continue to feel your pulse. And maybe in this sitting and this breathing and this stillness, we can begin to slow our pulse down. Slow our breathing down. Slow the busyness of our minds down. You guys are going to go outside. You're going to go inside. A few more breaths here. So much for that. Dogs don't know how to get into their own breath space and forget about what's going on around them. That's fine. Go ahead and take your arms down. Feel the energy now that's come from your heart center and is placed within your hands. And feel that vibration that is coming out from your palms and fingers, reaching out to this external environment. And let's just begin to rock those hands forward and back just a little bit. As you do, let your shoulders just release away from your ears. Let the crown of your head find its way a little bit closer to the heavens. Find your breath continuing to be long, slow, and deep. And now go ahead and take and lift your hands forward at about shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and turn palms down and let them come, not just down, but behind you a bit so that your heart opens and your shoulders squeeze just a bit. And then your inhale drops the shoulders and lifts your arms. And the exhale takes your palms down and back, squeezing those shoulder blades. Good. Keep going, just gentle. As you do this, you're getting just a slight little rotation of your shoulders, right? From the palms down, and then when we turn the palms up, those shoulders rotate in a gentle manner. And letting those arms come behind you as far as your shoulders will allow, but only letting them rise up to about shoulder height. Let's do 2 more sets. Soaking up the energy that is around you. Letting it lead the energy that's inside of you. And leaving those hands out now, fingers open. Go ahead and take your hands to your shoulders. Same side. Lift up elbow points a bit. Stretch now into armpit and into the side of your body. And let's take some circles with those shoulders, those elbows. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, taking it back, down and around. Bring the elbow points up and reverse that direction. Still using breath. Still feeling nice and still and calm inside. 2 more. And coming back, elbows pointed forward, releasing hands out, hands towards me, yours towards mine, towards you, yours towards me. One arm is coming up, the other is coming down as we let our heart up and we look up. And then we come back to straight spine when arms come together in the center, and then one lifts up, the other lifts down, the lengthens down. Releases down and the other up. Your inhale here. Your exhale when you're bringing, those arms together. Relaxing here. Relaxercise is what we're doing. Bring yourself back into center with your exhale. Open up into it. You could take your heart with you if you like when you come into that inhale. Staying straight spined on the exhale in the center. 2 more sets. Follow that beautiful breath. Coming back here, open arms up, palms up to shoulder height. Bring arms all the way up, inhale. One arm down to the leg of your chair, slide it on over. Let's open that side body. Really let gravity go here. Take yourself back up with the strength of your obliques. Inhale. Exhale. Finding your depth and your length. Flowing with this, or letting yourself hang out if you really want to. We'll hang at the end, but if you want to hang in between, please feel free. Breath with movement is that dynamic, energetic, yet meditative yoga flow. Feel your body because of the repetition, because of gravity, because of your breath, beginning to open more. 2 more sets. No rush, no worries. Exhale. Bringing myself back up. Both arms lift. Just check in with feet before we go any farther and making sure they're parallel. And that the ankles are underneath the knees, pressing solidly into the ground. And then I'm going to come over and I'm going to hold here with the stretch, but I'm going to do something with my hand here. I'm going to take some circles with my wrists. As I do and I stay here, I might feel myself lowering because, again, just that opening, that breath, that gravity. I'm going to reverse the circle. I don't want to go into this too deep, just to where I feel supported and open. Nice big length here. Bring it on up, both arms. Inhale. Let's do 2 cactuses here before we switch. Pull down, open up heart. Rise up. Pull down, exhale. Both arms lift. Opposite arm comes down, takes a hold of that side of the chair, and let yourself lean over. Let yourself breathe into that side body as you feel lengthening. Let your wrists start to practice those flamenco type hands. Flamenco dancing hands. And reversing. And just keeping feet connected evenly to the earth. Trying to keep knees from going in or going out. Finding that depth, finding that length, and then slowly rising up. No rush. Other hand rises up. Inhale. 2 cactus. Pull down, offer heart. Lift. Pull down, offer heart. Inhale up. Exhale. One hand to one thigh. The other hand behind you. Push down. Lengthen spine. Look behind you. We'll hold this one first and then we'll go into the dynamic movement. One shoulder back, the other one forward, looking over and behind. Bringing myself with my head, turning back forward, lengthening front, and reversing. Other hand to other thigh or knee, lengthen up and come on over. Again, feet pressing into the earth solidly, sending that energy upward through your legs. And then taking myself back over and forward. All right, let's do that in a flowing manner. Inhale, lift. Exhale, one arm behind you, the other one here. Take a look around. Come on back as you're bringing yourself out of the twist. Your arms lift to lengthen that spine. And then we come over to the other side. And we've got my neighbor starting to mow her lawn. So much for calming. This is actually maybe good because it takes us keep going out of those auditory and visual distractions that might be around to just coming into, again, breath and movement. I have to practice my own medicine here. Inhale, hearing my breath over that more. My movement. Visualizing what's going on inside my body. One more time, each side. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Take them to your knees and let us do rocking cat and cow. Pulling forward up onto the balls of my feet. Hands underneath my kneecaps. Heart is bringing itself forward and shoulders down. Bridge of my nose lifts here. And then I'm going to curl, tuck, round. Keep going. I'm getting a low battery on this. I may have to switch to something else here, you guys. So let's just keep going. Inhale into the rocking. We have the balls of our feet, hand underneath my knees, and bringing my heart forward, gaze up. And then I rock back onto my heels and I curl in and tuck and round. So that's where the rocking comes in. On our feet, balls of feet, heart lifts. Heels down, curl, tuck, round. Keep going. Let's do 2 more sets. And then bringing yourself up, a straight spine. Let's move one leg in, cross the other one over. If that is working for you, otherwise anywhere down that front side of your leg. And sitting up nice, straight, and tall. Let's go ahead and take some ankle rotations. And so I tried opening today on my iPad and it didn't seem to open, and I had plenty of charge on that. So I opened up, go ahead and reverse with my phone, which apparently doesn't have a lot of charge on it. So let's see where it takes us today. Okay. And I'm outside, so I'm not anywhere by a plug, but I'm not going to let that come into bothering me. But I just want to communicate that with you. And so then I'm going to go now here. And from here, I'm going to go into another form of a twist. So I'm going to slide my right hand down my right leg because my right leg's on top. Okay, slide it on down. Take my hand to the back of the chair, my arm to the back of the chair, or you can set your hand on the seat. Okay, either way, lift up high. And then this may be just a little deeper twist. Feel that a little bit more. In through those obliques. And then take yourself slowly forward with that long spine. And then I'm going to switch hands. My other hand takes the lower knee. I come back to the back of that chair or down with my hand behind me. Lengthen, bring yourself around. Push down with your hand. Lift through the crown. And then bringing yourself back with that straight spine. Let's go ahead and open up into figure 4. So our foot on the ground is staying nice and firm, and we have ankle and knee in alignment. And here we're starting to feel an opening right back in here. Okay. And let's go ahead and sit up straight and tall here. And let's take some circles with our upper body. Okay. As you do, you're going to feel a little bit more when you come onto weighting more onto that side, right? You should feel that when that sits bone of the hip that's being affected has more weight, you're going to feel that more in that outer part of your hip. Let's take some circles in the other way. And I'm just using my hands and my leg as kind of levers here to help me with that circular motion there. It's good, guys. And then from here, go ahead, sit up, take that foot off, take the foot towards the ground, but the knee up, and your hands either interlaced underneath your thigh or take the fingers interlaced underneath your kneecap, okay? And from here, let's just do some pulses. So I'm straightening my arms and then bending into my elbows as I pulse that thigh in towards my torso, up towards my chest, knee towards shoulder, keeping my foot flexed. This is strengthening and opening right in here in the groin area. Okay, you guys can feel that. And it's also strengthening in our arms because we're weight bearing that leg. All right, so really let your arms be the one to lift your leg up rather than your leg lifting itself up. And then come on back here. And then from here, this is right leg, keep my right hand on here or your left and left, and take your other to the inside of your foot, right? Sitting up straight and tall, and just extend that out a bit. Now, you may not reach to the inside of your foot. Maybe it's right here to your calf. But what you're trying to do is have a bent knee. You're having your calf about parallel to the ground. And I'm in just a slight twist as I hold on here, okay? And those that want can take hands underneath your thigh and extend that leg out so we get some length on that. And then point and flex a few times. You're going to feel that in your calf probably. And also another good one for your ankle. I see your little foot there, Lydia. It's cute. Little toes up and down. Go ahead and bend into your knee again. Let's go ahead and take a squeeze. We went from kind of a pulsing, and now I want you to squeeze that right knee, if it's your right one, up into your ascending colon. If it's your left knee, then that's that descending colon. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale, release that leg down. And then just tap out your feet a bit. If you're on rocks like I am, you're getting a nice reflexology session here. There. And then sitting up straight and tall. Before we go into the other side, let's take some big circles here with our whole torso. Okay. Before we did some smaller circles when we were in figure 4. We'll go back and do that. But I think these circles are really good anytime, and it's really working our core, you guys. It's a fun way to do core work, right? I'm going to go back around this way. Good. All right, and then coming back into center. My right foot now is staying on the ground, or whatever you guys did the last time, do opposite, and we're going to cross our legs again like this, or slide that foot down a bit or put it on a block. Okay, paying attention always to that straight long spine. Crown, tailbone, crown up, tail down. Okay, and let's go ahead and just do fancy foot here. Some circles, working on that ankle, and that'll help a lot with stability in our walking, moving through life, just to have all of those joints in our foot and our ankle nicely lubricated. Let's go around in the opposite way. Good. Still breathing. Remember your breath. We'll never forget you. To remember to appreciate it. And then coming back to stillness here. And just sitting up straight and tall a bit. And then bringing that foot up and crossing into figure four. Figure four is what we do a lot with the pigeon pose, right? Either down, reclining back, or forward with that incline, or laying on our backs and making a figure four. This is a good thing to do in your bed. So one time it'd be fun to do a in the bed yoga class, but I'm not sure if you guys can get your devices into a bed. But just to show you some of the things you can do when you wake up or before you go to bed at night. So here we are in this figure four, and I'm going to just go ahead and make those small circles, feeling that a little bit more when I come over and weight myself into that hip that we're working. Little small circles. My foot's flexed. I'm going to feel this a little bit more. I'm going to go around in the opposite way. And then sitting up straight and tall here, we're going to go into twist. Take my hand to knee, press down behind knee, or put hand behind on the chair top, and take a twist over one side. And then coming back around and reversing into the other side for a twist. Finding myself forward again. And from here, lift that leg up and take your hands underneath your thigh or here, and we'll do those little pulses. Okay. And as you're pulsing, try to have your leg be like kind of like dead weight, and use your arms to bring that leg in and out. Okay. And it's hard to separate that because the leg says, oh, I see what you're trying to do, and I'm going to help. So just see if we can bring a little bit more into our arms as we do this. Okay. Let's do two more. Good. And then from here, going back underneath that thigh, let's go ahead and let that foot come out. And maybe you're not totally straight, however that might be. Let's go ahead and toes out, flexing, toes back, pointing, toes forward, or you can also point through the ball of your foot. Okay. Because sometimes if we do it through our toes, we may end up with a little cramp. So find what is working for you, as again, we're strengthening into the ankle and the shin. Really good for those of you that are out hiking around a lot to just do some of these to pay attention to the shin so we don't have shin splints after a hike or a long walk. Good. And then from here, go ahead and bend the knee again. Take your fingers underneath the kneecap. And this time, let's hug in as much as you can. Hugging in thigh and knee towards your torso. Trying to maintain a straight spine and trying to maintain equal weight on your sits bones. So in other words, I'm not leaning back. All right. So try to sit up straight, pulling in. Use the strength of your biceps here. Okay. Bringing it in. Shoulders pull down, and then releasing that leg down, and taking our hands and just taking them forward onto your knees, letting them slide down. Keep your back straight, so only sliding down onto your shins or onto your blocks, and then slide back up. As you come back, come to hips. Do take a little bit of a recline there. Feel how your muscles in your belly have to work to keep you from falling back in the chair. Bring yourself up, slide your hands down, 2 shins, 2 ankles, 2 blocks, flat spine though. I don't want you to round, okay, into your spine. Keep it nice and straight. Okay, and then bring yourself back up. Find that angle that feels like I can work here without any tension in my lower spine. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, we're going to take a little walk into the house because I need to get a plug in. So we're going to change places here. Otherwise, we're going to die, and I don't want to die this soon in our class. So let's see. I'm going to put you right here. I'm going to grab a chair. Of course, the dog's coming too. I'm going to look for an extension to make sure that we can still have connectivity. And I apologize. Like I said, I don't know what was going on with my the device that was nicely charged and not being very well charged. But again, here we are working with what we have in the minute, in the moment. Okay, so just a minute, you guys. Find my thing. And let me plug us in. Mark made this really nifty little holder, and I can plug right underneath, plug us in. There we go. And then, yeah. All right, so I think we're charging, and I'm in a different chair, and we're inside, and I believe we were doing this. Leaning forward, coming down, my blocks are outside, but oh well, and then coming back into that angle, right? Let's do a couple more. Exhaling down. Inhaling, bringing yourself up to that angle. And then coming back up straight. Good. Let's now go ahead and open up into our wider stance, okay? In karate and martial arts, they call this horse stance. So for us, we call it more of a goddess stance. And that's what we're gonna do. So let's end up with our arms up, inhale. Exhale, pull down, fingers straight up, okay? And then inhale, lift. Exhale, take it on down. How do I strengthen this? Press into your feet, okay? Did you see the difference? Press into your feet, and you're going to feel that, kind of isometric exercise there with the energy from your feet planted down and into your legs and up into your hips. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift. Keep pressing down with your feet. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Good. From here, let's go ahead and take right arm under left. Come into eagle arms, Varasana arms, and let's take 2 circles in one direction. 2 circles in the other direction. Lifting up high. Bowing down low, pull those elbows into your navel. Let your heavy head hang. Inhale, rising up high. Exhale, pulling down, elbows into navel. Rise on high. And from here, take a twist over towards your right thigh, right knee. Okay, or left, doesn't matter, whichever one you guys want to use. Lift up a little bit, and then exhale, come down in towards your hip, bowing down towards that side of your leg. Lift on up, inhale, let the elbows come up, and exhale, pull them on down, elbows into hips, head lowers. Rise on up, center, take your body into center, arms into center, and then take that direction, opposite direction, and keep your feet planting down. Otherwise, this leg's gonna want to fall in, okay? So inhale, lift, exhale, pull those elbows into hips and bow your head. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take it on down. Bowing. Inhale up. Hey, come here. Bring yourself back into center, release your arms, take them on up and 2 times into cactus. Inhale, exhale down. Rise up, inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up. This time, left arm under right. You guys thought maybe I forgot that side, huh? And 2 times. And maybe take your torso with you a little bit when you do that. Okay, rocking on those sits bones a little bit just to get some more rotational quality there. Inhale, really lift high. Exhale, pull down, elbows into navel, bowing down. Keep feet planted. Inhale. Exhale, bowing down. Elbows into navel. Inhale, lift. This time I'm directing my energy over to my left leg, but doesn't matter, whichever one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pull elbows into hip. Let your heavy head go. Pull shoulders down. Lift up, inhale. And let's do that again. Doing it with breath. Inhale, lift. Take it to the center. And then once I'm centered, come on over into the other side. Keep pressing down with my feet. Otherwise, again, my leg is going to take the easy route. It's going to fall in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull elbows into hip and bow towards that leg. Inhale up. Exhale, pulling down. Inhale, rise. Bring it on back to center and open up your arms wide. Let your heart fly forward. Arms are back. And from here, go ahead and take into kind of a winged serpent kind of thing and bring yourself down. Slide down your legs with a rounded spine. Okay, usually I want you to keep it straight. Go ahead and let it round. Let your heavy head hang. Then head comes up, your tonali, your crown towards me, mine towards you. Elbows and arms are on your side of your legs. One hand to one thigh, the other hand to your other thigh, and then push yourself up so that your torso now is back to being perpendicular. Now we wanted to let those knees fall in. Let's keep one solid, let the other one fall in. Okay, and then let it open. Exhale it down. And I kind of come onto the ball of my foot. You guys can't really see that, but I'm kind of coming onto the ball of that foot when I let my knee come down and I internally rotate here, okay? But this one's staying just where it is. Inhale. And I'm pretty much off my sits bone when I'm knee down, okay? Keep going 2 more times. Let it all come down. And that just relaxes this hip that we've been working into so much, right? That's part of the yoga practice too, to make sure that we balance what we're doing. So we want to do this side now. So keep this leg planted, foot on the ground, okay, nicely strong. Go ahead and let this one come. My body comes to the side, kind of on the ball of my foot. My knee comes down, and then I come on back. And make sure that as you're doing this, you don't happen to be so much into this that you find yourself at the very edge of your chair, and then you end up sliding off your chair. Okay, exhale down, inhale left, exhale it down, inhale it up. One more time, exhale down, inhale, bring it on up. Good. And now we've done some circles with our hips, with our torso, but we haven't done it with happy hips open. So let's see how much more you can get into that rotation by having your hips open like this. Okay? It really opens up more of our ability to move in our sacral area. And let's take ourselves in the other direction. And again, feeling this in our transverse abdominals and in our obliques. And let's take one more round. Good. And then let's go ahead and let both legs sink in. Okay, so you're on the inside of both feet and we've let them legs sink in. We're going to let them there for a little bit as we do a little bit with the upper body. Okay, so just let everything internally rotate and bring yourself up here. Take your hand to the opposite shoulder and the other one to your elbow. And let's take ourselves on over. Breathing here, lengthening and finding depth. Bring yourself up. Take yourself over. And I know our legs look really awkward here, but we don't give ourselves a chance to really let ourselves bring yourself back up. Release arms. And let's do the opposite. Elbow bends, the other one attaches, and find yourself over. We don't give ourselves a chance to really open up like this. And it's good really for your hips to have this. It's good for pelvic girdle balancing. Go ahead and bring yourself up. Exhale yourself over. And there's actually a pose in yoga. It's called awkward pose. And it's standing up on the balls of your feet with your knees together and your arms out and trying to lower yourself down. Go ahead and walk your feet in. That was the big Bikram's posture that he used to do in his series that he did. All right, and now from here, take both hands behind you, fingers facing away from you, and just start to weight your body weight on there. And you should feel a nice stretch. Open up your fingers wide. You should feel a nice stretch in the lower forearm, all the way maybe up into the forearm. Pressing down a little more solidly, opening up through your heart too, squeezing shoulders together just a bit. Good, and then bringing yourself straight up, releasing those hands. And yes, they're going to feel like they had a lot of weight on them, and they did. And that is okay, because we're going to shake them out, and then we're going to do what yoga does, and we're going to take our hands in this position. So my weight is going to be on the top of my hands, and my fingers are away from me. My wrists are up against close to my hips. Don't want to take a lot of weight here, but this is where we will awaken our wrists a little bit, especially those of us who spend so much time on our devices, right? And this is another one that is a good practice that is added to a lot of yoga. We've done screaming toes together. This is kind of called screaming wrists, right? So only take it to what feels right for you, and nothing is going to feel comfy here, but believe me, this is healing. Okay, I know it's hard to believe. And then take yourself forward, let your hands go and really shake them out. And take them together, interlace, and let's do some figure eights with your hands and wrists. And you can't do that without the elbows going too. Everything connected. Upper arms are going to go and do that. All right, and let's go around in the other direction. Good. And shake them out one more time. All right. Let's do one series of yoga of warrior, and then we will come into sitting up straight and tall and back into the front of our chair. So let's go ahead and open up here. And if you have that block, which again, I left mine out, go ahead and place it underneath your knee, okay? And maybe your shin, so that you're supported there. If you don't have one, or yours are outside like mine, then come to the ball of your foot. But we're trying to align our hip and our knee and our knee and our ankle and our ankle and our foot with this back leg, okay? And then the front leg is going to have that foot, ankle, knee, and hip alignment as well. Okay, but they look kind of like scissors right now, opposite. Let's raise both arms up, inhale. So this is our practice of Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. We are facing our fears. We're facing ourself, our greatest fear sometime, right? We're facing our mind that brings us into those thoughts. And we're saying we believe in positivity, we believe in strengthening the good within us. Lengthen up to bring in that goodness. Exhale, take your left hand down, bring it behind you on that chair. Push down, lift your heart up, and come into a mini back bend or heart offering here. Your right arm straight up, back arm left behind you. And then bring yourself up, both arms lifting. And exhale, come into elbows down as far as you can get them. Let your heart rise, bring your arms up. This time, I should maybe not use the left to right, the hand of the leg that is forward comes behind you. Hold onto that chair. Lift yourself up and back. Open up through throat, heart, belly. Bring yourself up. Both arms lift. Exhale, pull down really far into a nice open cactus with the whole front side of your body unzips. And then we rise up in here. And then exhale, hands come to that front thigh. And then from here, readjust this leg. So taking it off the block if you had it, taking it back so that we're in this more open position. And I'm going to take my forearm to that front leg, the leg actually to the side, I guess. And having a hard time with my prepositions today, with everything else too, it seems. And let's come on over and let's just stretch. And let's just breathe. And let's just be. Good. Rising on up, inhale. Exhale, take your hand on down. So now we're on both knees and just 2 times. Cow and cat. Cow and cat. Back into center. And let's take in the opposite way. So I'm going to take the other leg to the side of my chair, looking at that alignment, taking this leg down in front, okay, which actually now is kind of like my side, I don't know. Knee or shin on a block, or you got your foot in the ball of your foot there, okay? Shoulders forward, hips mostly forward, arms raise up, inhale. Really long here. Lengthening a lot. Fingers can open wide if you'd like. And then pull down into cactus. Take those elbows down and heart lifts up. Rising up. The arm of the leg that is down and behind you comes back to the chair. Presses down. Heart lifts. Take your other arm that's upward back just a bit. Open up through the front side of your body. Good, you guys. And then bringing your spine straight, releasing that other arm back up, nice and long here. Cactus down, pull down, open up, rise up, lengthen with breath. The other hand, the hand of the leg that is forward of you, is coming behind, holding on to the chair, pressing down into your seat, and then open up through your heart, bringing that upward arm back a bit. And then lifting up. Everything lifts. Pull down, exhale. Rise up. One more time, pull down, exhale, cactus. Rising up. And hands come to that front thigh. Take your other leg and bring it so that you're on the sole of your foot. So you're off the block or off the ball of your foot. Sitting up straight and tall 2 times. Opening heart to cow, closing and bowing into yourself for cat. 2 rounds, please. Good. And when you finish that, come on down to this thigh, the one that was forward, and now it's around this side of the chair. Take your arm over and let yourself release. And breathe. Lengthen. And then rise up, both arms. Exhale down, pull it down all the way, elbows to your hips. And rise up in you. Exhale, hands come down to your knees. And from here, I'm actually, we'll just stay right where we are. I'm going to let my left shoulder pull forward. My right shoulder pulls back. And I'm going to look over my right shoulder. Going to come back forward. Inhale. Take my right shoulder forward, my left back. Bring myself forward. Inhale. One more time. I'm twisting here, right? Using leverage of my hands on my thighs. Coming back always into straight long spine. One more time. Take myself up. Walk my feet in and take myself forward on that chair instead of being at an angle. Okay, good, you guys. And thank you for being with me through all of our transitions today. We are getting closer and closer to the fall equinox, which is a big transition. And I already feel the transition, right, with the days and the nights changing as they are. Let's lift our arms up. Inhale. And from here, let's take our arms out and our body forward as if we're going to take off and fly. And then lift yourself up. Inhale. Exhale. Take yourself down. Arms at shoulder height. Long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Take it down. Inhale. Rise up. One more time. Flying forward. Bring yourself back up. Exhale, hands come down. For shoulder rolls back. For shoulder rolls forward. Using my breath. Let right arm and right shoulder drop and droop. Let the left one come up. So we're again really feeling awkward. Right? Really let one up and the other one down. And then let's even them back up. And releasing. Now my left goes down, my right comes up towards my earlobe. Yeah. Bring myself back down one more time, both sides. Using breath, inhale. Releasing down, exhale. Sitting straight and tall, both shoulders pulling down as far as they can. Arms reach back behind. Take my hands to my hips. Pull my elbows back. Let my heart be happy. Let it be open. Let my weight, my hands and my upper body rest into my strong hip area. My heart lifts, shoulders squeeze together but pull down. And then bringing myself back up. Exhale, arms release down. Take arms up one more time. Interlace, not really interlace. Take a hold of your wrist with one hand and take yourself over. Exhale. Bring yourself up. Inhale. Opposite side. Exhale. Bring yourself up. Switch hands. Lengthen. Exhale over. Raise up. Exhale over. Take yourself up. Releasing cactus arms. Rise. Exhale, hands down. Sitting here with tall spine. Let's take our hands back to our heart where we began. Maybe feeling the pace of that heart a little bit slower. The pace of your breath a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. And then taking hands together at heart center.